All right. So we're just going to demonstrate how you connect the button interface board. We're now going to assemble the button interface board. We can start over. Just slide it to the side.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're now going to demonstrate how to connect the button interface board. Now, when you get your kit, you'll have these wire harnesses. Go ahead and pick up the wire harness and show it to the camera. Not that close, just keep it down here. Okay, so go ahead and set it back. So, keep in mind that people are going to want to see it. So yeah, you can bring it up to right about here and it should be clear for them to see, but stay inside of this rectangle.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what a wire harness was, so. Got it.
Wait, is that recording? Yeah, okay. Okay, today we're going to demonstrate how you hook up the button interface board for your Hopek system. Your kit should come with a wiring harness for the buttons. They may be different. You can get your own. These two here are a different one that we got, just random, but as long as the buttons are 12 volts and have the 2 contacts, you should be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our custom, we're going to use the new buttons that we got, just because it's a slightly bigger than what comes with the system, and it comes with a blue ring, which I kind of like, so we're going to try that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to strip the end of the wire a lot shorter than what they come with. So we'll peel this end off here, pull these tips off, twist it as you pull. Yep. All right, and we won't be using the blue wire. So you're only going to need 4 wires. Most of these harnesses will have 5. The red is for the positive of the LED, the black is for the negative of the LED, and then the other wires are for the button. Now these buttons happen to have a normally closed side and a normally open side, and the normally closed side is not what we want, which is the blue wire. So we're going to just clip this blue wire about 1 inch away, just in case you ever decide you want to use it for something else. Right there. All right, so we're not going to use that wire at all. And then the wires that are stripped on here, they're too long. So we're going to cut them in half. These wires are a little too long, so we're going to make them shorter. Use your clippers. We want about an 1/8 inch.
So around here?
Yep. Okay. And then just show it to the camera sideways so they can see about how long you got.
Okay.
All right. And you're going to shorten all of them. You go a little shorter.
Okay. On both of them?
Yeah. Turn the pliers around. There you go.
How's that?
That's perfect.
All right.
Show the wires sideways so that the camera can see. Okay. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and cut the other two.
All right. Gonna cheat. So I only have to cut it once.
Okay.
And I still didn't get it quite the same, but that's
fine.
okay.
You really want to twist them so that they stay together.
Okay.
That's good.
Probably should put my glasses
All right.
on.
All right, so we got one button prepped.
Okay.
Okay. We'll make this the bottom button. So you'll repeat this for the other button, but go ahead and get this small jeweler's screwdriver. This one here.
Oh.
And that first terminal for the bottom button,
Yes.
you're going to loosen all four of those.
Wow. You should have told me to get my glasses.
Of course.
Yeah,
You just loosen them until you feel the thread come off, and then make a full turn going back the other way. Keep it pushed down. That top doesn't. This spins. You need to grab the black part to spin.
This, oh, okay, I see. So how do you know?
So what you do, you put it on the screw. You use that as a pivot. You just unscrew this until you hear it click. You hear the clicking?
I did.
That's because the screw's coming out of the nut. So you're just going to make it one full turn back in so that way it doesn't fall out.
Okay.
Do that with all four.
Okay. And then one more turn?
Mm-hmm.
After the click, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just to make sure the screw doesn't fall out, because when you hear it click, it's because it's out of the nut.
All right. Okay.
All right. Now you'll notice that there's 4 labels on there. The red, the LED plus, the LED negative, and then button A and button B.
Mm-hmm.
The LED plus is the red wire, so we're going to grab the red wire, twist it, the one that you trimmed.
Okay.
That's not the one.
Are you? Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah, these are shorter. So okay. Twist the red wire so that you can get it into the hole.
Okay.
That's good. You don't want to twist too,
Okay.
The hole's on the inside.
I see.
If it doesn't want to go in, we'll
and the red wire goes the first one, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Now you just kind of pinch it there and then snug it down with the screwdriver.
All right.
And then just tug on the wire, make sure it's in there good. Okay.
It's in there good.
Next one is the LED negative, so that'll be the black one.
Okay. Set this down, make sure this is twisted.
Mm-hmm. If it doesn't feel like it wants to go in, there's a little tab inside there that screw pushes down on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got me a little trim nail here that you can use to kind of open it up if it doesn't.
Well, it's in.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the buttons don't matter. It's literally just a connection, like a light switch. So it just connects one wire to the other. So it doesn't matter which one you use.
Doesn't matter which color?
Yeah. You can, A or B can be the white or the green. It doesn't matter.
That's
Mhm.
good. Introduce a second. There we go.
All right. Now you
All
just
right.
take the button and stick it through the hole. And that one's done.
All right.
Now just do the next one.
Okay. Oh, and is that going?
That's going to go at the
here?
top. We don't have
This
them.
one. Oh,
So the interface board
Oh, I
has
see.
a bottom, a middle, and a top. So
I
you can
see.
actually do 3
see.
separate floors.
Middle, top. Okay.
And the middle you're only going to use if you're going to have a middle stop position.
All right. So now we got to loosen. I didn't hear a click on that. Did you?
They're pretty long.
Oh,
There it goes.
there it goes. There it goes. Oh, these things are pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
Make sure you do at least a full turn so it'll go back into the nut.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
All right.
And then we're going to use the matching one.
And these need to be cut down a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
And we don't need the blue one.
All right. And it's already cut. I did not notice that.
You have your pliers upset. Turn the pliers around. There you go.
All right. Sorry about that. Had my pliers wrong.
That way you could see how far you're cutting.
Is that too short?
No.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, there's the hole that those go into is not very deep, so if you don't cut them, the wire is going to stick out and they can end up shorting.
Okay. They all seem to be twisted pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do the same thing. The
Yep.
red first.
Yeah, the red's at the
top.
is on the plus. Yep. That's
LED
for the
plus.
LEDs.
Okay. This thing is freeing. So I'll get it to. Uh-oh. And the black is next.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, you gotta make sure these wires are twisted good together or it will not go in there for anything. Well, I guess the black wire doesn't want to cooperate. All right, let's try this again. There we go. I finally decided to cooperate. sorry. And I didn't tug on those. Yep. They are good. Oh, this green one I cut really, really short. Yep, it's in there. All right. Got them all in there. And this goes
Yep,
through.
stick. There you go.
All right.
All right. The next thing that gets connected to this is the emergency stop button. These
Okay.
don't come with a harness. They've just got terminals. So you got to figure out which one is the normally open and which one is the normally closed. And I used to know that off the top of my head, but I believe it's the orange side. What we'll do is we'll get a meter real quick and we can test.
Okay.
So we're just going to use a cheap meter here.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on continuity, which is this one here. Alright, and you're just going to put one of these leads on each terminal. We're going to reset it, so twist it and it pops up. So that's the run mode. So the side that we want will have a connection. So let's try the red side, or orange side, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so it's connecting, and when it gets pressed, go ahead and put it back on. When the button gets pressed, it breaks the circuit. So that's what you want. You want this side, the orange side.
Okay.
The green side stays connected in run mode. I mean, stays open in run mode and closes when you press the button. So
Okay.
that's the opposite of what we want. So, when you close it, when you press the emergency stop, it connects. We want the opposite side. So we're going to use this orange side.
All right.
Now that blue wire that you clipped off,
Mm-hmm.
we'll use that.
Okay.
Connect it to one side. Supposed to have two of those, but clip the blue
Screwdriver.
wire off of one of those other wire harnesses.
Okay.
Move it shorter.
Oh. Here?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Put one wire under this and put the other wire under the other side.
Will the screwdriver work?
Yeah, it should.
So does it go
It
under the
goes under
screw
that.
or
It
under?
goes under that washer
Okay.
on this side.
On this side, huh? So just slide it in there like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It just pinches it in there.
Okay. And then put one on this side. Slide it in there. Snug it down. Okay.
All right, and then the other ends go on this big terminal, which is for the emergency stop.
So, gotta cut off.
Yeah, use the stripper. There's a lock on it. Yep.
And
It's a little too big.
A little too big? So here?
Yeah. That's,
What?
I was talking about how long it was.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. That's good. That should work.
Okay.
You can make that one a little bit shorter. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yep.
All right. And these go where?
On the big terminal.
The big terminal.
Use the bigger screwdriver.
Okay. And do these click also?
Mm-hmm.
Was that it?
Just keep pressure on it as you're unscrewing it. There it goes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And
It goes in on the same side.
okay.
Mm-hmm. The reason it folds on the inside is so that it could fit inside of the electrical box easier.
Does it matter which?
It doesn't matter which.
Which one goes first?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's just a switch, so it's just connecting those two wires together.
Trying to get it where you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Goes right in there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You grab it the other way. Put your thumb on this way, like that.
Yeah.
Then you're getting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and let's get the other one in. Do I need to cut this on, or no?
I don't know. Stick them in there. You twist it though.
Sorry, this is my first time doing this, so it's a little awkward. Sticking
Pinch it
out
with
just
this
a little
thumb.
bit. Sticking out a little, is that okay?
It's okay. As long as it's not, there's no other wires for it to touch, you're fine.
Okay. Okay.
And then tug on them and make sure they're locked in. All right.
Yep.
And then we probably should have stuck them through the hole first. You can't fit the button on that one, but that's okay. You get the idea.
Okay. Yeah.
So this one is ready to go. Ideally, you'll want to run these wires through the hole and then go into that. But we're probably going to put a little bit longer of a wire on this anyhow when we get ready to install it. But for now, that's how you hook them up. Again, if you had a middle button, you would just use another harness and it would go on this center connector. All right, so that's it for the button interface setup. You'll be wondering about this switch. That will be discussed in a later part of the installation, but this is just a switch that determines if it's the end of the line, and we'll explain that later on.
I'll probably redo it and put it through.
Okay, this time we're going to be setting up the limit sensors. It comes with a little magnet. You'll have to find it in your kit. But each of these sensors are activated by a magnetic field, so they don't actually physically touch before they activate. And it only works with one side of the magnet. I think it's the south side. I'm not sure which one, but it only works with one side. So keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out why it's not working. So at each floor, you're going to need one of these limit sensors, and it's the floor sensor is the one that ends in the letter C. So it's the NJK-5002C. The one that has the NJK-5002D as in David, those are the backup sensors. Those are the normally closed, and when the magnet goes in front of it, it breaks the circuit just like the emergency stop. But for the regular floors, you want them to be normally open, and when the sensor closes, that's when it lets the motherboard know that the elevator has reached the floor that it's supposed to be at. So that's the difference between the two sensors. One is just a normally open, one is a normally closed. The normally closed, which is the D, is the backup sensor. You'll only need one of these on the very top floor and one of them on the very bottom floor. Every other floor will have one of the letter C. So if you have 3 floors, you'll need 3 C sensors. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these connected to the limit interface board. And you'll have one limit interface board for each location, optionally, unless you want to extend the wires. You could use the same interface board for all of all of the limit sensors. But in this case, we're going to put one of these at the bottom floor and one of them at the top floor, and they just connect through the network cables to communicate with each other. We'll start off with the backup sensor, and we'll do this one for the top, which will be the letter D. And the screws are the same terminal screws, just like on the button interface boards. Just make sure you do a full 360-degree turn once you get them completely loose, because you don't want them to fall out, because if you lose that screw, then you're going to be in trouble.
Okay, and which...
We're going to shorten those the same way.
So you said the top?
For the backup, you want the 5002 D as in David. And that's this one here. You can go ahead and take the wire loose.
The magnet attracted to it. And you said this is the backup.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at the tag, it'll tell you what the colors are.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I can get that in the camera or not, but the signs that you're getting old is when you cannot read this text anymore. So I'm going to try to use the camera to read it. And okay, so the brown is your voltage, the black is the sensor wire, and the blue is the ground. Right? No. Wow. I cannot see that.
Let me get the glasses. Let's see if they're down here.
Oh, yes, that's correct. I see it. The blue is the negative. Blue is the negative. Brown is the positive, and black is the sensor.
Okay. Okay, so
brown is the positive. Go ahead and shorten the wire so it doesn't stick out.
How short?
The same as the other ones you did. About 1/8 of an inch. Yep. All right. The brown is the positive, which it should say, yeah, 5 volts.
5 volts, this here?
Yep, the top one is 5 volts. Go ahead and put the brown into that.
See that? Brown.
Pinch the board. There you go.
Sorry, I'm a lefty.
This is your hinge.
Yeah, I'm a lefty, so doing this with my right hand is a little awkward. Actually, I don't. Yeah, this is a little awkward. Forgive me.
You can switch hands.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, the black is the sensor.
So that's
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The ground is in the middle, so put the
blue.
blue next.
Okay. I am empty. There we go.
Oh, no, strip it. No.
Okay.
Just need it snug enough to hold the wire in there.
Okay. And then the black.
It should be good.
Okay.
All right.
All in there.
And now for the floor sensor, which this will be the top floor, and they are labeled. If you notice at the top backup, top floor, mid floor, bottom floor, and bottom backup. But this particular one we're going to just use for the top floor. So we're going to do the backup, which we just did, and we're going to do the regular floor, which is the one ending in letter C.
Okay.
And the colors are the same for the voltages. You can just hold all three of them together and cut them.
Okay. That's a good idea. Why did you suggest that the first time?
I wanted to see you struggle.
All right. And we do it the same order?
Mm-hmm.
Brown first?
Brown is the 5 volts, yep.
Okay.
You have to unscrew the terminal.
I knew that. Got ahead of myself. Pretty nifty little screwdrivers.
They're called jeweler's screwdrivers because they're so small.
Yeah, I see. And I definitely wish I had one of the...
Just push your palm on the screwdriver and use your fingertips to turn it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a lefty. I do have my, not my palm, but my,
Yeah.
my hand. Okay. All right.
I call that the palm.
Okay. With the brown. And then blue. Make sure that's, yeah, that's good. Okay. And then the...
The daily floor cleaning will start now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it looks like the baby shark isn't available right now.
Timing is everything.
All right.
All right. That's it for the limit interface board. Next, we'll be connecting it to the system and demonstrate how these work. But this is it for the top. We'll do another one for the bottom. So you'll only have the bottom floor sensor and the backup sensor on, and that'll be it for this video for now. So this is our elevator shaft. And we haven't painted the walls yet, but it's in our living room area here, and that's the bottom of the elevator. As you can see, we use some recycled wood to build on the frame. Ready? Go ahead, baby. What's with the what's with that face?
It takes so long pressing that button.
Oh. Okay, let's do another one. Can we take that box out of there?
This box.
Yeah.
Take everything out. The who? Oh, it's a leaf. I was like, what in the world is drug into my house? Ah! Like this off you?
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, should we put that painted? I kind of like this thing.
Yeah, just that's fine.
Leave it. That bag is disgusting. Oh, going up?
Yes.
My thumb! My thumb! Dramatic break.
Now just come down and do like a smile and stuff, baby. We're not doing the Y upgrade part yet.
Hello there. Good.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to start putting the buttons in the
The hole.
in the button place thingy. Okay, so we're going to now place the button interface boards with the buttons attached into the location where they're going to be mounted. This is going to use a blank 2-gang cover, and we'll just drill the holes to fit the buttons. Okay, you can show it to the camera. All right, so this is the buttons that we did on our earlier assembly. That's the emergency stop button, and one of those is the up button, and one of those is the down button, and that's the button interface board. Now the way that we're going to install this is actually going to be the end of the line, and we're going to mount the controller upstairs. So all we got to do is plug this wire, which we've ran from this box all the way to the box upstairs. We just ran a wire, a network cable from this box to the box upstairs. And there is a master and a slave. We're going to plug into the master, and since this is the end of the line, meaning there's not going to be any buttons after this connection, we're going to flip this switch to the on position, which is this direction. Sorry. And all that's going to mean is that we're not going to use the slave on this board. We'll explain the master and slave on the one upstairs, but for now we'll just plug that network cable into master, and that button interface is now set up, ready to go. All we'll have to do is mount the buttons onto the faceplate. The rest of it we could just stuff inside of the wall right there and just have the buttons hanging out for now.
How's that?
Yeah, it's just, you want it all the way in there. You move the insulation out of the way if you have to. It's just gonna.
Are we stuffing the
Yeah,
buttons
that's it.
in?
No,
Okay.
no, we want the buttons hanging out.
Okay.
You could even push that to the side so that the buttons won't hit it or whatever. That's good. Yeah, when we put the cover, we can reposition it so that it's not in the way.
Okay.
But basically, you're just letting it hang in the wall. It doesn't, the buttons are going to be mounted on the cover, and that's all you got to worry about.
Okay.
And that's it for this floor. Let's go on upstairs.
Ready to go?
Okay. All right, so now we're just going to go on upstairs. I need to put some grease on the cable. Get it, Flesh? There you go.
Once we get the buttons in, it'll do it by itself.
All right, so here's the upstairs, and the hoist is up in the ceiling right there. As you can see, what I did is I put the these boards in here just to cover it up, and I put some insulation above it on the sides of both hoists just to keep the noise level down, because these hoists are very loud. But as you can see, the whole elevator system is still under construction, but it's in functional condition, and we're going to go ahead and get all the wiring stuff, and then all we have left to do is get everything painted and trimmed. All right, babe. And action.
Sorry, caught me with food in my mouth.
All right. So now for the upstairs, we need to get the plug set up in the wall. That's the limit sensors.
I knew that.
That's limit. And I'm gonna put the buttons on it. Okay. We don't have the emergency stuff on it yet, but we'll get it on there. Busy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have several. You're setting them up.
Yeah, I was setting a bunch, yeah. Alright, so this one, we still need to put the emergency stop button on it, but we're going to make sure that that switch is in the off position. The end of the line switch, that little red switch in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, that's going to be off because it is in the middle of the daisy chain. So the one downstairs is the end, and this wire that's in the wall going downstairs will go in from this slave of this one to the master of the one downstairs. Sorry. Yeah, just pull it out. Plug that into the slave. All right, and now we need to mount the main controller. We're actually going to need to run one more wire in the wall, but I haven't mounted the controller yet. We were going to walk through that together. Okay, now we are rolling. Okay, for this section, we're going to be installing the HOPEC controller, which will be the main box that has the circuit board in it. You'll notice that on the four corners, it's got the holes that hold the cover on it, but it also goes all the way through, and that's where you can mount it with a screw to the wall first before you put your cover on. You'll also need a screwdriver with a long shaft that will fit all the way through so that it can get to the back of the box with the screw head. You'll need a level just to mount your box level. For cosmetic reasons, it doesn't have to be level if you don't want it to be. And of course you'll need the 4 screws, which I believe we have number 6, like 1.25" screws here, with some standard wall anchors. You can use whatever type of anchoring system you prefer. I actually like those Helix ones, but I didn't have any on hand, so we're just going to use the traditional ones. You place your box horizontally. Now you'll notice that the ports are all on one side, so that's that port right there is where you plug your network cables, which will be where your buttons and your limit sensors connect. And then the long skinny one is where the power wires for the hoist will be connected. You can have that either on the bottom or on the top, and it's your preference. The wires will be visible in those sections, unfortunately. I'm going to modify that on the next iteration, but for now, this one is exposed. We're going to put it facing up on our install just so it's less visible. You just put it on the wall approximately where you want your display to be. Put the screw in the hole, which she's already started, and then you just put your screwdriver in the hole, push the screw all the way through. That way you can mark the wall. And you take it off, you should be able to put your first anchor in that hole. We'll just use a drill with the appropriately sized bit for the anchor that you're using. Not all anchors are the same. This one happens to use a 1/4 inch, and it seems to work out really nice with a Phillips bit on our drill. Let me grab this drill real quick. All right, now we can go ahead and drill the hole where she has it marked. Just push the bit all the way through. And that's it. Pull it back out. You don't have to put it in reverse.
Huh?
You don't have to put it in reverse. Just spin it and it'll come out. Pull. All right. And we'll go ahead and put an anchor in the hole if it's not too tight. Might have to wiggle it a little bit. No, okay, so now that the anchor's in, we're gonna push the screw through the box. We're gonna do this by hand. We're not gonna use the drill. just because we don't want to strip out the anchor. Just push the screw through, line it up with your anchor. Put the yeah. Just get it started in there so it grabs good. Okay, that's good for now. We're gonna mark the others. You should be able to let that hang. All right, get it your level and another screw. Put your screw in any of the holes. Once you got pressure on the screwdriver, you can let go of the box. Got it marked? Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead. Now you go ahead and drill your hole. Wobble it a little bit. Wobble it out a little bit, not a lot. And you should be able to get your anchor in there. Yeah, so you don't want that to spread out too much on you. So I usually just squeeze it there, but kind of, yeah, it needs to be a little bit wider. Let's see. Oops. It's about insulation. All right, push your screw in with your screwdriver. Just wobble it. It'll eventually get in there.
Being difficult.
And just kind of get it started. Just enough to grab a little bit, but not, yeah. And then put your other two screws. Go ahead and just poke them both through. It should be, it'll be level because you leveled it when you marked it. Can you tell if it's in the drywall? Are you pushing it? Yeah, does it feel like it's in the drywall through the hole? Okay, now you should be able to take that one loose and we'll put the anchors on those other two. Did they mark? You can put it on fast. You can hold the trigger faster. It hollows out the hole easier.
This will fit. Probably not. It's too tight. It's too tight. Still tight. All right.
Oh, you actually had that one.
Oh.
You just didn't get it pushed in good.
Okay.
Just line up this screw that you have sticking through first. And the other two should line right up. Alright, so we need to make a hole to fish the network cable through. I guess we could just use the drill. We gotta fish the network cable. Poke a hole through here and fish it down to go into that.
You have the cable?
Yeah, I'll have to make another one real quick. That's maybe it's good footage. Okay, so I had to pause and fish the wire through the walls because, you know, the wires, I should have thought of that before I covered it all up in drywall, but I've got the wires fished through now. So we're going to go ahead and plug that network cable that's coming out of the button box. Yep, that one. That one has to go into the master plug on the button interface board, which is in the wall still. Yeah. So you should have going from the controller to the master of the first interface board, and then from the slave to the master of the second interface board, which is downstairs. Cut. And action. Okay, so I had to run wires because I forgot to put them in before we covered it up with drywall. So I took a break. I fished the wires through the wall where I want them. So the gray wire, the gray network cable is coming up through the top of the box there. And I put black tape on the one for the limit sensors. So the one without the black tape is for the button. So we'll go ahead and plug that one into the port that says buttons. And actually, let me get closer so you can see what's in here. So that's the button port on there. Yep. The tab goes toward you. Yeah, and then push the excess through into the wall. Just pull. All right, and now the other one is for the limit sensors. Just push all that excess in there and then plug it in. Okay, now the button ones goes from the button to the master on the button interface board here. Show the camera. The master is to the right of the end of the line switch, and since this is in the middle, end of the line switch is in the off position, and the slave goes from this one to the master of the button interface board that's downstairs. So we'll tuck the wires in the wall and push the box into the wall. Just push it to the side. It doesn't have to be square with the hole. Okay. All right. So that's it for the button connections, and we started the main line for the limit sensors. Now we can put the LED display. You'll see two ports in here. You can plug it into either one. You have the option of getting a second display and running it to another location. It only fits in one way.
Okay.
And that's it. With the solder at the top, that's upward. So the display will go up this direction with the solder connections at the top. We'll go ahead and get the front cover set. Oh, no, we're not. We're not going to do that yet. Okay, so the next major step that we're going to do is get the limit sensors set up. So I've got this wire going from up here. down the wall to down here at the bottom. And I'm probably just going to use one limit sensor on our setup because I want to put all the positioning in one location. And I'll explain that when we get to that part. Alright, so I just got a standard blank, two gang blank for an outlet box, and I drilled the holes, using a step bit. I don't recall the exact diameter, but I just got the width of this here, found a bit that the step bit fit this just perfectly. It was a little snug, but you know, if you just kind of work it in, it goes in. So I just taken the buttons off, remove the nut, and go ahead and push it in. And for the emergency stop button that we use, usually most of them are the same. You just unscrew the cap, it comes right off. Then you unscrew the sleeve here, and it's got a little washer. You can leave the washer on there, and you mount that through the back. If it's not enough threads showing, this nut back here actually, you know, gives you more or less room to recess it. But I'll just probably open it all the way. And all I did is I just used a Sharpie to go from these lines here to get it centered. And I did 1.5 inches from both sides for these. And then this one, of course, was dead center. Okay, that's on there pretty tight. I want to make sure it don't slide, because once you screw this on here, that's how you have to unlock it. So you have to twist it to the right. That's emergency stop mode. You twist it and it pops up. That's run mode. And when it's popped up, I believe it's the orange side that makes the connection. So you'll be using just the orange side. The green side is for normally open. So if it's in this position, this will be open. When you press it, the green is closed, and the orange is opposite. When it's in run mode, there's a solid connection, which is what we want for our emergency stop circuit. And when you press it, it opens the circuit. Put our nuts back on here, and I'm using the tab. I just want it just for ease. I'm gonna put the side that has the 2 holes, which is the side with this clip. I'll have that face outward. That way it's consistent. You put your nuts on there and tighten it up, and our button panel is ready to go. All right, and action.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to put the dual gang box plate that we drilled holes to put our buttons in, and there will be a link to the description of how I did that above or below in the description. We're going to go ahead and pull one of the buttons off of the harness. Take the nut off. And go ahead and put the button inside of the holes.
got it.
Put the nut on. Might as well just go ahead and get it set up.
All right.
Use that to snug it up.
I guess it should be snug.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do the other button.
All right, give me just a second here. That turned on me. I was trying to get the prongs
Lined up.
straight. Yeah, lined
Yeah.
up. It turned on me.
It's okay. It only goes on one way.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the work off. Oh, put it in the wrong hole. I forgot there was a hole that was bigger than the other two.
All right, now we're gonna do the emergency stop button, which go ahead and pull the whole board out of the wall, just to give you easier to work with here.
We're just gonna unscrew that top.
Yeah. And you unscrew that silver sleeve. All right, and then you just, that nut that's in the back, you might want to screw it all the way down to make sure it sticks, so the threads will stick through far enough for you to grab.
Okay. That's this here.
Yeah. That should be good.
All right. And does it matter which way this goes?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'll put it long ways so that,
This way.
yeah,
Like this.
yeah, that'll
Okay.
work. Just to make sure it fits in the box.
Right. Makes sense. And then we put this
The,
back on.
The grip part goes on the bottom. The threads are on this side. Just, yeah,
This way.
there you go.
Okay. That makes sense. I was wondering why it was just sitting there all loose and dangly.
I don't think you're on it
These-
straight.
Well, I'm trying to get this. Yeah. Those threads do not want
If you
to
go
line
backwards
up.
first until you feel it click, kind of like you did the screws on the interface board. There it goes.
No.
Yeah.
No. There it goes. Now it's happy. It doesn't snug up, huh? Still moves? Is
If
that
it's still
normal?
moving, then
It's not on correct.
no, it's on. You just got to turn it a little tighter.
See? Mm.
Yep. Oh, then we'll push this up further then. I guess not. You really don't want to screw it all the way down.
Okay.
Just try that. As long as the threads are sticking through,
Okay.
it should grip. Okay.
He's done this way more than me, so yeah. Alright, and then just screw this back on.
Okay.
Alright.
So we're gonna put the emergency stop button to the left. So turn it
To the left. This is the left.
the other left.
This is the left.
Right, but the emergency stop button on the
Oh, the
left.
emergency stop button. Okay. I knew that. I knew it.
So this will be your top button. This will be your bottom button. If you look at the label on the board, you can know which one of these is top, and which one is bottom.
Okay. So the label on the board in the back.
You have some slack. You can pull that out.
Okay. Good idea. Make sure you have slack. So the bottom is this one. And I will put...
That one. This particular switch doesn't matter. It'll only
go on one way.
Yeah.
Okay. And apparently I don't have
It's
it the
a-
right way.
Once it's an oval shape, so just put.
There we
Yeah.
go.
And put the other one on. If the LED doesn't work, then we'll have to flip it over.
Okay. Nope, this way.
That's one of the older ones that I don't use anymore because of that problem.
Right. And this back here is where you'll see where it says bottom or top
Right.
for the wires. Okay.
And then I would push that, since there's a 2x4 on both sides, just push it either down or up just to get it out of the way so that the buttons can go in.
This here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hate insulation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now,
Line the holes up.
here's your screws.
All right.
We'll probably be taking that loose later because we still got to paint and stuff, but just to get it mounted.
All right.
Here's your screwdriver.
You know I'm left-handed, right?
You can switch hands.
Yeah, but I have to. Yeah. This is awkward. Let me just put the other screws and start them.
Mm-hmm.
This one said, I don't think so. There it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be snug because they haven't been screwed into before, so
Right. Okay.
it's gonna cut. It's gonna cut new threads in the plastic as it
Oh, there.
gets screwed in.
Okay. And this one says, I don't think so. Yes.
All right, so that's done. Now the next step we have to do is the limit sensor.
All right.
You'll actually have to go up a little bit to do that. But...
Okay.
Okay. All right, so for this part, we're going to do the limit sensor interface board, or the limit interface board. Wow. If you'll notice, there's two ports on here. It's the same idea. If you need to, on the two network ports are on here. If you need to put one at the very top floor and one at the very bottom floor, you have the option of using this board. One of them will be for just the top connections, then you run a network cable from the top floor to the bottom floor, and you can do the bottom floor connections. So whichever option you want to do, or if you want, you could just use one single board and you can have both of them in the same area, which is what we're going to do here. So we'll go ahead, that's the wire from the main motherboard, and that's just going to plug into either one of those ports. It doesn't matter which one. I'll go ahead and plug one in. All right, and now we're gonna go up. We're using the manual control for now. Go ahead and let's go on up. Yep, that should be good. Go ahead and now, what I did to mount the sensors, I just got me some aluminum angle iron and I screwed it into a Z formation so that it will be short enough to screw this onto the wall, and these sensors will be in front of the magnet, which we will mount up here. Let me see if I can get the camera to show. All right, so you'll notice up here, go ahead and point where we put our magnet. Right there is where we just stuck the magnet on the side of the metal frame.
Yeah.
And the reason I picked that location, let me zoom back out here, is because my stud, the stud is right next to this. You can kind of see the 2x4 in the wall there. But the stud is right there.
Yeah, right here.
We're gonna screw this bracket into the stud, and then this is gonna allow that magnet to go in front without touching. You can keep it up to 1/4 inch away, or 10 millimeters, I guess is what the specs say, which is approximately 1/4 inch. All right, so we'll go ahead and note which one of these is the top. This one is which one? The bottom? I think this one's the bottom.
Yes.
All right, so I'll hang on to the bottom one. That one's going to be the top one. And then I'm going to figure out which one of these. This outer one here is the backup sensor. So let me make sure I know which one is the backup. Okay, so this is the backup sensor, and this is the regular floor sensor. This one is where you want the elevator to stop normally, but if for some reason that fails and it keeps going, it should hit, oh wow. Okay, I'm sorry, let's do that again. So this one is the bottom floor backup, and this is the regular floor. So as the elevator comes, the magnet should go in front of that floor and stop. But if for some reason it misses, it's got a backup one, and that's the one that should trigger the emergency stop and make everything stop. Okay, and the way you can adjust this is you have 2 nuts on here. This will set your depth, how far it is from the wall, and then you just use the one on the back to snug it up. But let's go ahead and get that installed in the wall. And to do that, we're just gonna stuff it in there. So I've got this one marked as the bottom floor backup. I'm just stuffing it in the wall.
All right. There we go.
Okay. And now we're gonna lower the elevator all the way till it touches the floor. So touching the floor in our particular setup is maximum, and we don't want it to ever actually touch the floor. So if it's touching the floor, that means it's activating the emergency stop system. And what we're going to do to get that set up is, let's see if I can get this here. Maybe I can get it. There we go. All right. Mine was for the bottom floor, and I had my screws on the left-hand side, so the magnet's going to be toward the right. And what we'll do is we'll activate the system, and these have lights, LED lights on them to when they're activated. The backup light will be in the normally on position, and the regular floor light will be in the normally off position. So as you raise this up, as soon as the regular floor gets in front of the magnet, it should activate the light. And if you keep going, it should deactivate the backup light. And that's how we'll know exactly where the sensor needs to be. Since this elevator frame is sitting on the floor, that we're gonna activate the backup sensor. As soon as we see the backup sensor, that's the lowest that it will go and activate. We'll mark a hole and screw this in position, and then we'll do the same thing for when it's in the up position. We'll go ahead and mark that now. In order to do this though, we have to power up the system. So let's get these out of the way so they don't get broken. They go up. Let's go ahead and go up. Let's go up. We're gonna probably have to power this. We'll start the video again. All the way. We'll stop when it gets to this. That's good. Okay. Oh, I didn't bring the screws for that. Be right back, baby.
You could have wore a nicer shirt. That was
I'm not on camera.
You were when you were talking about this.
Just the back.
Okay. Stack for
To screw the brackets to the wall.
oh, the breakfast. So you painted that bracket, huh? The orange.
Mhm.
I was like, that doesn't have an orange. I was like, oh, he painted it.
Yeah, I just ran over it. It gets covered, so
Yeah, I know that.
that's what's nice about not having the cover plates on.
I know. Trust me, I know.
No need in making these things this long.
I need some more food. That's one of my issues. Need a power tool for this one.
Mm-hmm.
screwdriver set thing that you got, Mom.
Mm-hmm. The one I got you. It's the same one I got Mom.
Hmm?
That one I gave you is the same one I gave Mom.
You got me a whole set. Tool set. You got Mom that whole set? I thought you got her like a power screwdriver set. Like,
Hers was just the impact drill, but it's the same drill that you got.
oh, okay. I thought it was a screwdriver drill or something. And it was an actual drill.
Okay. We're not gonna put that on yet. Okay. Oh, this is still recording. Okay. I have a 12 volt 2 amp plug. You'll have one that comes with it, but it had a short cord, so I got a longer one for this setup. But we're gonna go ahead, now that everything is plugged in, I'm gonna plug it up. You'll see it boot up, and we're gonna be careful not to short any of these contacts that are exposed. You'll notice that there's a check mark on all three. I'm gonna activate an emergency stop button. So if there's an emergency stop situation, you'll have the X there. Since we have our limit sensors all plugged up, the back and the backup for the top and the backup for the bottom are in good shape. In other words, there's no magnet in front of it, and so it has a check mark. Once you reset, you'll have 3 check marks. The bypass relays will activate, and it'll take over control of your hoist. Right now we don't have the hoist wired in yet. We're just testing to make sure that the system is working right. If you will leave this in an emergency stop situation so that the screen will give us a status of where everything is at. And I need to grab this. Oh, actually, we could show you the magnet now. Okay, so you'll see here, it's just a little magnet that's, it's just put in position right there, and you can adjust up or down if, let's say, you need to make some fine-tuning adjustments on where your elevator is stopping. You can simply move the magnet up and down without having to redo the mount. So we'll get this close. Actually, let me get you. We'll get you to do this part. Okay, so now that we've got my lovely assistant in position on the elevator here, just to test it, here's the magnet.
Okay.
And just to test the system, here, let me back this up so we can get that in there. Of course, the text is the opposite direction. You kidding me right now? I don't even need this in my hand. What the heck? Okay. So it's kind of hard to see both. There we go. All right, go ahead and put the magnet in front of one of those sensors. And it should activate or deactivate the light that's on the back of the sensor.
Yeah. It deactivates it.
Okay. All right, so as she deactivates it, you'll notice the top goes from a check mark to an X. That's because it's activated. Go ahead and activate the other contact on that same bracket, and that should be the regular floor. And you'll notice it puts a little guy at the top floor, that's indicating that the elevator is on the top floor. Now we'll test the bottom one. And you'll notice that only one side of the magnet activates or deactivates. So now that's the bottom backup, and then the other one should activate the bottom floor. So all the sensors are working, and this is how we're going to test the position of the elevator. So what we'll do is we'll go downstairs, and I guess one person's going to have to be up here to look at the LED. And so we can know when it's in position. We'll go ahead and get set up to do that. Go down. Let me get to two screws.
I need to eat something, honey.
Okay. Let's go on down.
Go to the floor.
Okay. Go ahead and eat, baby.
All right.
This must be the top floor. That is the top floor. All right. I had to adjust the bracket length a little bit. So we have the backup, which is on the top, and then we have the regular floor. Right now, we have it in the position for the regular floor to stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this above. Let's see where that magnet is. Okay, there's the magnet. So it's activating the emergency stop, which I don't want. And I can't see the light here. Why isn't it activating? Oh, because I was too high. Okay. All right. So for some reason this light on this is very dim. But I'm gonna that right there is activated. Just check it again. Right there. That's where we want it. Okay, I have my hole marked. I'm thinking it might be easier for me to lower the elevator. So I'll put this out of the way. Actually, get more of this wire in the hole here. just to get only what I need. It's a tight fit here. I don't want this to jam in between the frame as it's coming down, so I'm just gonna put it in the hole there. Safely. Now, in a perfect world, that should work. Right there is activating the first floor. Oop. And that activates the emergency backup. Okay. So I went too high. Okay, that's activating the backup. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. That's the backup. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see the first floor. It's lighting up, but it's very faint. I'm not sure why. That particular LED is not very bright. But it is on. Right there it's on. So, and that's flush with the second floor, so that's exactly what we want. So now that we know all of that's working, we're going to go ahead and do a system test. And we're going to simulate what the elevator controller should be doing when it's working. Going up now. Okay, I stopped just shy. See if I can get this. There's the top floor, and if I continue to go up, oh, did I miss it? Oh, there goes the backup. There you go. There we go. Yeah. And with it activating on the top floor, see if I can show it here. I've got my camera on a stand, so it's a little cumbersome, sorry. And you can see it's lined up with the floor there. All right, last major step would be the high voltage connections, which means that we'll be cutting the wire that runs to the hoist. And so the top of this is to the hoist, and the bottom is connected to this. And we're going to insert this controller in between them. So we'll be cutting this wire, and the part that goes from the hoist is going to go to the hoist components right here. So this wire is going to actually go right there. And then the pendant is going to continue, which will be these four here. And then last, we'll set up the jumpers to replicate what's inside of the controller, or the pendant. Okay? Let's go ahead and get started with that. The way I'm going to do this, so we can be safe, is I'm going to lower the elevator to about midway point, which in my case will allow me to stand on top of the elevator. I have a little platform I can stand on here, but we want it about midway, so that way we'll have some time to react if it goes the wrong direction. So right about there, I can reach the plug, and then we'll be able to operate on this cable.
Where am I getting?
Up over there, you can unplug the hoist. All right. Now that the hoist is unplugged, we're just gonna press the up and down button to relieve any residual charge that's in the capacitor, just to make sure there's nothing shorting.
Okay.
All right, you can come on down. Just put that there. All right.
Put this here.
Yeah, and we can move this out of the way. Okay. So now back over here. We're going to measure this cord. We want it to come down and over and then down into these here before we cut it. So yeah, stretch it down.
Here?
Right, and then grab it there, pinch it over.
Here?
Yeah, we're trying to measure. So you
Okay.
want down, over, and then down.
Oh, over this?
Yeah, just like that.
Alright.
Just leave enough slack, and we could always stuff the excess in the ceiling too. So
Oh, let's get that. So let's do it like that.
and,
Down,
yeah,
over.
right about here. Go ahead and cut it. Cut it right there.
Okay.
You can let that go down. Just grab the wire.
All right.
Go ahead and cut it. Stick the all the way in the back, and I'll catch the the cut off. Oh, wait a minute.
Do it now.
And then we're gonna use this piece of this for jumpers. So cut it about 6 inches. Okay. Okay. All right, so now we need to strip that wire back some. We're not going to worry about this pin right now. We need to strip the sleeve. So we want about that much, about 2 inches or so. Now you're just going to lightly score it so that, yeah, until it breaks through that. Grab the bottom. There you go. Now you can see better.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, you should be able to just fold the wire over and it'll cut the rest of it. There you go. Yep.
I didn't do it straight, did I?
Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead and peel it off. Perfect. Now you'll notice there's 4 wires. We got, on ours, we have black, white, yellow, and red. And inside the box, you'll notice that there we have black, white, blue, and red. Black, white, blue, and red. This is for the hoist wires. It's hard to see right now, but over here is the pendant, and here's the hoist. So the wires coming from the hoist are going to go on the hoist connections. So what we'll do is we'll strip that. Yeah, of course we got. Was that in the video? Let me plug this in. It was 100% this morning. Oh God, he got me.
Did he?
Got me.
Get bronchitis.
Bronchitis. God, he got me good.
Yeah, good.
Stink. Too low. I got the charger in there. Pump. Okay. We're having power issues, but so in here you'll notice it's got the hoist right here. These 4 are for the hoist. These 4 are for the pendant. So the wire that we just cut going from the hoist is going to go in on these slots up here, and we're going to screw them into these terminals. We'll match the colors that we can. There's usually only 1 or 2 that will be a different color. In this case, the blue we will substitute with the yellow, but the black, the white, and the red are the same. The whole purpose of these is just to make sure that you get them, you continue the wires in the same format that they are on this. So we'll go ahead and strip these. Just need about, a little, like 3/8 of an inch. Just enough to, and then it should be the 10 gauge. I mean I'm sorry, 14 gauge stranded.
Okay. Let me go back a little bit. No, hold on. Need my glasses on.
If it didn't cut, then you go to the next size down.
The 10?
No.
The 12?
Yeah, it should be 12 or 14.
Okay. I'm just not doing it right.
Yeah. There you go.
It's right the last time I needed my glasses for this. It doesn't like me. You cut ones?
Which one are you using? Let me see.
The 14 up.
The stranded. See, that's the solid. This side's the stranded, and it's either the 14 or it's probably the 14. It might even be 16 to be honest. But when you squeeze it, it should cut the wire all the way around for you.
Okay.
So if it's not cutting it, then you need to go to the next size down. Yeah, like that. Just clip.
So that was the 14. I had a hard time. So you want me to try the next size?
No, if that was
No?
14, it should work. Just cut it all the way through and then pull. Yeah.
Okay. Guess I was babying it. No, get out of there. Shouldn't be that hard.
Okay, so now we're gonna loosen those first 4
Okay. On this side, correct?
on the right, the
side?
hoist ones. Yep.
Okay.
You can let go of the wire for now.
Oh, yeah. Just loosen them some.
Yeah, loosen them like you did the interface boards where it gets to click in and then you go back in a little bit.
Okay.
Keep pressure on it. There you go. Go like a full turn. Yeah. That way you know it's all the way open.
Right.
All right. And it's black. On the first one, it's black, white.
Oh, yeah, I see the colors down there.
Yeah.
So this one is the black. They have to be together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Might be a good idea to be up higher.
Mm-hmm. Here, let's get you. Well,
Does it go behind the...
it goes right behind that little square washer. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, right there. You should be able to push it in.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Is that good, or does it need going more?
Should be able to go all
There
the
it
way.
goes.
Yeah. Now you just get your screwdriver and tighten it in there.
Oh! Whoa.
I'll hold the wire for you.
Yeah. Almost took out the display board. That's good.
And actually, we should unplug it while we're working on it, so we don't short anything.
Yes.
We don't want power running on this while we're working in the circuit board. Sorry about that. I should have put that earlier.
Okay, and next is the white. Give me the step stool. It'd be a lot easier.
Okay.
Don't see it?
I guess this one. So,
That's a little better.
of course, I can't get the camera in there now.
Okay, good. How's that?
Yes,
better?
it's good.
And one wire just sticking out all willy-nilly. Okay, screwdriver. Thank you.
blocking the camera.
You're fine.
Alright, and then the next color is red.
Nope.
No, it's blue, I see. Okay.
Yeah, but since we don't have a blue, we have a yellow instead. We're just going to use the yellow in place of the blue.
Right. Come on. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Yeah. Things can be a little bit stubborn. Right. And one more. Red. All right. It's spraying all over the place. Let's see. Okay. Get a screwdriver that's what's that one, like a ratchet screwdriver? What do you call those?
A ratcheting one.
Yeah. That'd be the best thing to use if you can.
Okay. Now we just got 4 more.
Oh, lovely.
So we got to put the pendant on now.
Okay.
And so the pendant, you're going to strip the wire like we did on the other one. I'll go ahead and peel it for you.
Yeah, he's much better at it. Does this done it way more times than I have.
Oh, just messed it up.
Seriously? Did you really?
No. Yeah, it's a 16 gauge wire. That's why you were fighting it. When you clip it like that, you should be able to just
Right.
squeeze it and pull it. Might have did that one a little too long. Okay. You gotta loosen those.
Seam, and this is the pendant side, right?
Yeah. So yeah, now we're doing the pendant wires.
All right, here goes the fun again. Oh, lost my screwdriver. Oh no, I didn't. What was that? Oh, that was the wire cutters.
Oh, okay.
Wire. Is that what it's called? Wire cutter.
Wire cutters, yeah. Yeah,
All right.
That's why it's good to have a backup.
Mm-hmm. That one bit the dust down the stairs. We're gonna start on this side this time. just because we can.
Oh, you twisted it the wrong way.
Am I?
Yeah, I twisted it the clockwise already.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't do a good job, baby. No, you did. I just had my CDO kick in. Oh, come on. It just doesn't.
Oh, it's not lining up right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it there now.
The circuit board had to be pushed back.
Oh, okay. Of course, I'm using my right hand when I'm left-handed. I don't have two left hands.
Use your right hand to hold the wire instead.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay. Thank you. Screwdriver over there. Oh, let's put this here. And next is the blue, so let's see yellow.
Mm-hmm. Stick it in by the hole. There you
Yeah. That red, did it pop out some?
go. You can tug on it after you finish that one. If you tug on it and it doesn't come out, then you did good.
Look, it's sticking out. That was snug. Guess there it is, snug too.
That's good.
Okay. And then white and then black. Really? There. Does that look like it doesn't want to go in? There's a wire sticking out over there. Come on. It's too bad we don't have some sort of guide.
The board has to be pushed back some.
Alright.
There you go. Because the hole, it's not lining up with the hole just right.
If you have trouble stuffing your wires, it's because your board is not lined up right. Come on.
That's good. Just push it up. That's good.
It'd be easier if we had more of the wire exposed. I mean, loose up here. You can always tape it back.
Yeah, but we're gonna see that, so I was trying to keep it small.
Oh yeah. So I said you could tape it. It's coming loose, babe. It's all over the place.
Push the board back. The board, baby.
The board, okay. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, that was a workout.
All right. Let me move that. Okay. So just so you can see, here's the hoist wire. Goes into the hoist section. And then the pendant is going there, and we're just matching color for color. Black, white, yellow, red, black, white, yellow, and red. So now we'll plug this in. We'll plug the hoist back in. All right, come on back down.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now we can power the unit back on. Here, baby. We're going to plug the unit back on.
And that is,
It's on to the left a little more.
oh yeah.
Right there.
Is it supposed to just
It should go in.
snap in there? Oh,
You just push it in. There you go. All right. Now, since we still have the emergency stop activated, which you can tell because it's got an X on the e-stop, it's going, whenever you're in an emergency stop situation with either the emergency stop or with the backup limit sensors, it switches to manual mode. I'm going to raise the elevator with the controller, the pendant. So be careful. So. All right. And we'll have to reposition that wire so it doesn't get hit like that. I don't want it hitting the elevator. So we'll have to do something with that wire to make it sit back further. But now we'll go ahead and reset. Oh, actually, we're gonna, now that we know for sure that the elevator is in the right direction, there is one more step that we need to do. And that's open the back of this pendant so that we can wire the box to match. But we wanted to just test and make sure that the manual override is working. Go ahead and activate, put it back in run mode. You know, reset the emergency stop. No, you have to twist it. All right, so you hear the click. The display turns off now that it's in ready mode, and now you'll see that the manual control does not do anything anymore because the controller is now taking over. But we don't have the jumper wires set yet, so the elevator is not going to actually do anything even if you press the button. It'll activate the relays, but it's not going to move the elevator until we get the wires set up in here. So let's go ahead and get the elevator unplugged again. All right, come on down. All right, and let's unplug the controller.
All right.
All right, and now we need to unscrew the back of this. And that's the screw with the screwdriver you had, right? You had the Phillips.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it is loose.
All right. So in the controller, I'm going to hold it upside up. You'll see that you have 6 terminals, right? You have these 2 here, these 2 here, these 2 here. These are the commons. Oop. Yeah, these in the middle are the commons, and depending on your model, the top buttons, the up button will activate the top, or it'll activate the opposite side. So it just depends on your model, and because of that, we're going to have the elevator set in the middle of the travel, so that when we do wire this up, if we press up and the elevator goes down, then we know we got to swap it, and we'll walk you through that. But if you'll notice here, this terminal, and this terminal are all connected together with the power. This terminal is by itself, this terminal is by itself, and this terminal is by itself. So we're going to actually replicate what we see in here up there. And if for some reason it is backwards, then that would mean that this connection here is going to be the opposite. So the yellow will go on the bottom and the jumper will go up here instead. So let's go ahead and replicate what we see, and then we'll see what it does on the when we activate it. Connecting the different okay, I'm hoping I can get this in the camera right. Now normally I have this board this direction, so I'm gonna set this up the same direction when I wire it in. But to get started, here's that short piece that I cut earlier. I'm just gonna get the wires out of it, so I have 4 individual wires to work with. And I'll strip them. And I'm going to strip the other side also. Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to press the up and down button just to make sure there's no residual charge in the capacitor. I guess I should have done that before now, but so with this, this is normally the up. If you notice, the wording on here is upside down. Normally I would have it where these wires are on the bottom, but we wanted to put them up so they wouldn't be as visible. So we're going to put this upside down as well to try to replicate the wiring. So we'll start off with the white, which is on the right side in the middle. And you'll notice here's the colors on here as well. I'll go ahead and put all 4 of the wires there. We're going to do yellow in place of the blue. And just to conserve wire, make it go longer, you might need a jumper wire. I'm going to cut that there. And put this in the location to replicate what we see on our pendant. Now, we're going to put the red on the center on the left side. All right. Okay. The yellow, in this case, is supposed to go here, but it's possible that it might need to go here, and we'll have to swap sides. So I'll make it long enough to go to that top, just in case. Again, we won't know. I mean, we could just get a meter, but it doesn't seem to operate. It's hard to use a meter on it when it's still connected to the motor windings, because it seems to give you continuity when it's not supposed to. So I find the easiest way is to just wire it the way that you see in the controller. All right. So now we have a jumper from here to here and to here. Because all of these traces connect. So it's these two that are connected, and this one are connected. So I'm going to connect this side as the common for these three connections. White wire and the red wire. These are just jumpers. Doesn't matter what color they are, just keep track of which ones you're using for your jumpers. This red needs to go over here as the jumper. Probably would have been easier if I used a longer wire for the jumper. but we got it. All right, we got one more, or a couple more, actually. Okay, so it looks like the black wire, which is, it's not the 110 volts. This is one of the coil windings. So it may have power on it, but it's not direct 110 volts on, disregard that. It's not constant power. Don't disregard that too. What is the deal on this? Okay. So it looks like the black wire is connected to this one, and this one. So I'll put this jumper here and connect it with the black wire. Okay. All right, so the black wire, which is this one, is connected to this terminal. It's also connected to this terminal, which you follow the trace. And it's also connected to this terminal, which is, so we have this one, and this one connected to black. Looks, this white is connected to the center. The yellow is connected to the bottom left. The red is connected to the left and the center. So we are ready to go. We're going to power this on. We are in run mode. All three checks are good, so this screen should turn off after a couple seconds. There we go. I've plugged in the hoist. And just to explain what we're doing here, I'm going to press the up button, and if the elevator goes down instead of up, I'll hit the emergency stop button. All right, let's go. Oh, it didn't like that. So now I gotta figure out why it didn't like that. Great. Okay, so now that we have everything wired up, we're going to power on the hoist, which we have plugged in over there, and we have the elevator in middle of the travel. I haven't closed up the controller yet, I'm dependent yet, just because I want to make sure that it's wired in the right direction. Go ahead and power it on. All right. So it's not in manual mode. So I'm going to hit down, and if there is a problem, we can immediately hit the emergency stop. If I press down and it goes up, then we need to reverse these wires, and I'll walk you through that if that happens. It worked. It worked well. I'm gonna let it go all the way to the sensor's location and let it stop. And it stopped.